As of last Wednesday morning, Christian school children across the country made a very public exhibition of their faith, an exhibition some of their non-Christian peers may found disturbing, even intimidating. Hi, I'm Francis Nye, and welcome to this week's edition of Today's Religious Truth Weekly. Last Wednesday, public schools across the country were sites of religious rituals glorifying Christ. These rituals, known as See You at the Pole, is nothing short of a controversial, student-led prayer rally that was started in 1990 by 10 students praying at their school. Today, millions pray on their campuses every fourth Wednesday in September. So here's my take on all this. For many secular Americans, including me, this event represents an insidious effort by some Christian parents and organizations to force their religion yet again into the public schools. And while the sponsors claim the event is student-led, the evidence is quite the contrary. Just look at this list of sponsors that endorse this event. Critics claim, and I agree, the event is a calculated political tactic used by the religious right to force prayer into the public school environment. See You at the Pole was carefully crafted to skirt the constitutional protections by claiming it is a student-initiated, student-organized, and student-led event. I'm not buying it. 20 years ago, when this all began, See You at the Pole may have been a student-initiated, student-organized, and student-led, but today it is an event sponsored and promoted by very adult, right-wing, conservative Christian interests. Interjecting Christian prayer into the public school environment is inappropriate and thoughtless. For some zealous students, See You at the Pole may serve as a tacit invitation to aggressive preaching, harassment, and even bullying of non-Christian students. Ultimately, the event is deeply problematic and hostile to secular society and true American values. Christian extremists are always seeking new ways to gain power. In an interview, Wendy Wright, president of Concerned Women for America, tells the interviewer the goals of Christians in America.
For a number of decades in the 20th century, evangelicals removed themselves from the political process, feeling that politics was dirty business and didn't get involved. And we saw the effect of that if we don't have people who have a respect for biblical views in high office, then we will have people who have no respect and even animosity toward biblical views.
Further proof of this, at the pulpit, Pastor Rod Parsley, senior pastor of the World Harvest Church, calls for a revolution and seeks to empower Christians to dominate America with Christian values.
It's time and high time for a revolution, a reformation, and a revival in the United States of America. Now, some will say we'll never have it, and I'll say you've got your eyes closed. We're already in the midst of it.
Ultimately, today's school children are being used as pawns to fight a culture war for Christian extremists. Organized prayer belongs in the church and in the home. It does not belong in the public school system. Well, that's it for me. I'm Francis Nye. Join me next week on Today's Religious Truth Weekly. Have a great week.